Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the podcast. I am your host. This is Sar Mehran Sheikh, and today this episode is going to be wonderful and very special because the guest is not only the reader, but she is one of my students. She is studying in the New Bright Future Academy, and this is the student who does not only reading the books, rather she has been trying hard to expand and enhance her potential and mental growth through the books. So first of all, I would like to introduce the book that we are going to have discussion and on which we are going to have the podcast. The book name is Think Less and Do More, and this book is written by the Peter Hollins. So, before diving deep into the book, I would like to introduce my guest. So, first of all, welcome to the podcast. And how are you feeling today?
Thank you so much for asking. I am feeling very glad and happy to be here. That you gave me an opportunity to come here and share my knowledge, and it is a really big honor for me. Thank you so much.
That's wonderful. So, we are going to start with a very big question that why did you choose this book and what made you to read this book? Let us know about it.
So, what really catched my eye in this book was stop overthinking. Because personally, I believe that this generation does a lot of overthinking because there are a lot of type of people that judge you and it becomes overthinking. So to stop it and starting doing something, how we can improve ourselves and how we can move further. So that's what really catched my eye, and I learned a very great lesson from this book about overthinking, and that really helped me. So it can also make an effect on you and our generation.
Excellent. This book talks about much that you should not wait for the perfect conditions to happen. You should not keep yourself stuck in the planning. You should take some steps forward, move forward, start doing, and do not wait for the perfect conditions. Simply, in a nutshell, we can say this book talks much about doing rather than thinking. So, let our audience know that what are the core messages, what is the theme of the book that this book talks about.
So this book talks about starting doing something and stopping thinking. Because if you think, you can only then think and then you never start. Because when you think about something, about doing something, when like starting a blog or writing a book, you always think about it and you never take the first step. Because when you overthink, there are also some things that comes to your mind, like what will be the bad things, that what will others think about you. So you stop the overthinking. You should read this
Okay,
book.
so Sakina, the second thing that we want to ask from you and our audience want to know from you is like, how does our performance get affected when our mind is stuck in one thought? I mean to ask from you is like, how does the overthinking affects our productivity?
In this book, Hollins calls this thing the quicksand of hesitation. When you start to think about doing something and you only think about it, you hesitate. For example, you want to go to the gym and then you start thinking, what if people laugh at me? What if I fail? And that's how you stop going to gym. That's how it affects on
Okay,
your actions.
so the fourth thing I want to know from you is like related to the book that Peter Hollins had talked to a great deal related to the uh, role of subconscious mind, and he has also discussed that how how our subconscious mind actually influences the decisions we take in our daily life. What is your take on this, and how you have seen that, and how Mr. Peter Hollins has shedded light onto this idea? Please let us know.
So, subconscious mind helps you overcome your overthinking and start doing something, because when you start doing something, at first you feel stressed and you get hesitation, but when you start doing it again and again, in the result it overflows and you can do it easily without being distracted. So this is your subconsciousness, and that's how you can overcome your overthinking and do it slowly, like typing or driving. So Holland says that stop adopting yourself and start doing that.
The another thing we want to know from you is like, this book has discussed to a great deal that about the perfectionism. So far, I know about the perfectionism is something like when you want to do something that should be flawless and it should not have any error, which is quite seems a utopian idea. Which it seems to be like an imaginary idea, because we you are the humans and we make mistakes. So, what is your understanding and how this book has described this core idea? How the sentiment or the ideas about being perfect stops us from taking decisions in our daily life, and how does it stop us from taking action? Let us know about it.
So perfectionism creates a lot delays, because when you think that I'll do it when it's perfect. For example, you want to write a book, but you are still chasing the perfection, and then you start thinking that I'll release the book when it is perfect, and that's how you are always stuck on the first page. So if you want to write a book, you have to release the first version, or a draft, and you label it as 1.0. And then when you think that you have to make changes in it, you can release the second draft, which can also be labeled as 1.1. And that's how you can release a book which might not be perfect, but it can lead you to near perfection.
So the next thing we want to know from you is that, okay, according to the book, what is the difference in being motivated and being disciplined? uh, because this question is coming in the mind because we feel like, and we have listened from the discussions of the people, that motivation is something that is temporary in nature and it just fades away. For instance, I if a person is thinking that I should do exercise in order to reduce my weight or something like, for and if he looks at some person like from the gym who's coming back from the gym or something like, so during that time he's having some feeling that, and he's just get motivated. But it is discipline that just keeps you moving. So how Mr. Peter Hollins has discussed this idea and how he has differentiated between the two concepts, please let us know.
So Mr. Peter Hollins says that motivation doesn't create action. Action generates motivation, because if you are motivated about something, you can do it, and then by the time it fades away. But discipline is more than stronger than motivation. It keeps you doing it again and again and again, and it also helps you to overcome your overthinking, and that's how discipline is much better than motivation.
The next thing we want to know from you is like, uh, and we just want to take your opinion on that, and also surely that would be the reflection of the book because you have read the book completely. So the question is like, do you think that the real barrier, or that brings you towards overthinking, is the fear? Means to say, the fear is the thing that leads you towards overthinking. How far you agree to this point, and do you really think it is because of that? And if yes, then in what ways? Let us know about it.
Personally, I believe yes, because overthinking, it only comes from fear. When you fear about something, it generates overthinking, and you start to jump to the conclusion without even doing something. For example, if someone wants to start a YouTube channel, and then he starts thinking, what if people laugh? What if I get no subscribers? What if I fail? So if anyone is laughing on you, it's okay. They will move on, and so will you. With time, you will forget everything. But what if they don't laugh? You always have to be. You have to listen to the good points. You don't have to. You don't have to fear about some starting something. Maybe it can be good, but you have to overcome your fear to stop
So
thinking.
the next thing we want to know from you is like, let us know that what is the role of environment in taking action. For instance, do you really think that environment around us plays role in leading us to take an action or holding us back from taking an action? Uh, how do you see that?
Yes, I believe that environment can be a really good partner in productivity, because you see, if you are studying, or if you are going to gym, if you're studying and you have your phone beside you, you will always check the notifications again and again. So you should put your phone in another room and only focus on the thing that you are doing. So if you are going to gym, it's another example. Like if you are going to gym, lay out your clothes a night before, so you don't have to wait. Or if you wake up another morning, you see the clothes laid out, so it can also be a motivation for you.
So the next thing, Sakina, we want to know from you is like, uh, everybody has some habits, and like the habits you have leads you to create your personality, and also it helps you to do and complete your daily task. So my question to you is like, what are the habits that have been recommended by in the book, and that helps you to remain consistent and in your executions of anything, like your daily routine or your some task that you do or some goals you want to achieve? How you can make yourself consistent and bringing some consistency in execution? Let us know about it.
To bring consistency in your execution, there are three examples explained by the Hollins in the book. The first one is time blocking. You have to divide your work in blocks, and it can make your work easier, and it will be a part of your routine. You have to scheduleize your work in time. And the other one is that single tasking. You have to only focus on one task at a time, because if you do multitasking, your mind can divert into them, and then you cannot do even a single task. So you have to only focus on one task. And the last but not the least, the third one is daily reflection. Reflection is that you want to learn something. You are learning something one day, and then the other day you are learning another thing, and then the third day, and that's how you make a progress, and it becomes your habit. And then you can see that you will become a fast learner, and then it can make a huge impact on you. These are the 3 points explained in the book.
This is the last but not the least question that I'm asking from you is like, uh, you have shared a wonderful knowledge with us, but at least we want and that our audience should take at least, if not so many, but at least one thing to their home, and they should keep that one thing in their mind. So my question to you is like, what is the biggest takeaway that you feel uh, one should keep in the mind and while completing the book, you thought that, yeah, these are the 10 to 12 lessons or 10 to 12 points that I have learned from the book. But at least this is the biggest takeaway that you have kept in your mind. I just want you to shed light on that, so that our audience may can get some sort of knowledge and some important thing with them, and they should keep that thing in their mind related to the book.
So, this is a really good question, and there are so many lessons I learned from this book. And the important point that catch my eye was that your future depends on what you do today, not what you think today. Because if you only think, then you will always overthink about everything. You have to start doing something. For example, a marathon runner doesn't run fast. He always runs little by little. So and then he reached his destination without any problem. And that's so much easier. You don't have to be fast. You just have to be consistent, disciplined, and that's how you can get succeed.
The session for today has gone wonderful, and thank you so much for joining us for the podcast. And I believe that the knowledge and the insight you have shared related to the book must uh, would be conveyed to the people for sure, and they would be bringing uh, so much of energy and improvements in their life and in their daily routines. So thank you so much. We are looking forward to have some more sessions with you. Thank you so much.
Very welcome, and I am really glad to be here and share so many my thoughts about this book. I hope it can bring a change in you, and you can also start doing something without overthinking.